Radiant's courier has been killed. Dire's top tower is under attack.
First blood, and the atmosphere's electric.
My life ends.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
I keep my enemy.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Do it with flair.
Sousa. Lost my spark.
A little advice. Stay dead.
Yes.
And it's off.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
What time is it? Flares here.
You pay for what you've done.
Rock it on. And it's flares here. Incoming.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
And it's off. Incoming. Homing in.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Do it with flair. Homing in. And it's off. Rock it on.
Dire's middle tower has fallen.
Incoming. Rock it on.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
And it's off. There it goes. Boom, there it goes. Do it with flair. Incoming. Rock it on. Boom, there it goes. Do it with flair. Incoming.
Radiant's bottom tower is
Rock
under
it on.
attack.
Flares here. Rock it on. Boom, there flares here.
Radiant's top
And it's
tower
off.
is under
Incoming.
attack.
Coming in. If you come back. Flares here. And it's off. Boom, there it goes. Rock it on. Do it with flair. Boom, there homing in. And it's up. Do it with flair. Rock it on.
Radiant's top
Flares
tower
here.
is under attack.
Homing in. And it's off. Incoming. Boom, there it goes.
Radiant's
Rock it
middle
on.
tower is under attack.
Homing in. Incoming. And it's off. Flare long range. Boom.
Radiant's
there it
bottom-
goes. Do it with flair.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Homing in.
Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
Do it with flair.
Radiant's
Boom.
top
There
tower
it
has
goes.
Get
fallen.
it. That was bad.
Tell me someone saw that. And
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
homing in. Rock it on. And it's off. Incoming. Flares here. Flares here.
Radiant's
Do
top
it with
tower is
flair.
under
Homing
attack.
in. Incoming. Boom. There it goes. Rock it on. And it's off. it with flare. Boom, there it goes. Flares here. Rocket on. Incoming. Flares here. Homing in. Incoming. Rocket on. Boom, there it goes. Where'd that in? Flares here. Boom, there it goes. And it's off. Homing in. Do it with flare. Rocket on. Incoming.
At least we're not stuck in cords.
You didn't see that coming. And it's off. Incoming.
Radiant are
Homing in.
scanning.
Boom, there it goes. Do it with flare. And it's off.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Rocket on. Homing in. Incoming. Boom, there it goes. Incoming. Rocket on. Flares here. And it's off. Boom.
Dire's
Redo
turret
it with
has been
flare.
killed.
Homing in. Boom, there it goes. Flares here.
Radiant's
Rocket
bottom
on.
barracks
Homing
are under
in.
attack.
Do it. Incoming. Homing in. Boom, there it goes. And it's off. Rocket on. And it's off. Boom, there it goes. Rocket
Dire's
on.
middle tower is under attack.
Homing in.
Dire's structures
Do
are
it with
fortified.
flare. Boom, there it goes. And it's off. Rocket on. Boom, there it goes. Homing in. I tested the metal and found it wanting. Do it with flare. Incoming. Flares here. Flares here. Homing in. Do it with flare. And it's off. Do it with flare. Incoming. Homing in. Rocket on. Boom, there it goes. And it's off. Flares here. Incoming. Do it with flare. Flares here. Homing in. Rocket on. Boom, there it goes. And it went that. Rocket on.
Radiant's
Flares
middle
here.
tower is under
And it's
attack.
off. Do it with flare.
Radiant's middle
Incoming.
tower has
Boom,
fallen.
there it homing in. Flares here. Incoming. And it's off.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Rocket on. Boom, there it goes. Do it with flare.
Radiant's middle
Oh, yeah.
barracks are under attack.
Flares here.
Radiant's middle barracks
Incoming.
has fallen.
Boom, there it goes.
Radiant's
It's
top
off.
tower
Do
is
it
under
with
attack.
flare. Rocket on. Homing in. Homing in. And it's off. Incoming.
Radiant's bottom barracks
Flares
are under
here.
attack.
Boom, there it goes. Do it with flare. Rocket on. Boom, there it incoming. Incoming, homing in. Boom, there it goes. Flares here. Homing in. Rocket on.
Radiant's middle barracks are under attack.
Incoming. And it's off. Long range kill. Do it with flare. Homing in. Boom, there it goes. Incoming. Do it with flare. Rocket on. Incoming. And it's boom, there it goes. Do it with flare. Flares here. Rocket on. Boom, there it goes. And it's off. Homing in. Do it with flare. Incoming. Homing in. Boom, there it goes. Rocket on. Flares here. Incoming. Rocket on. Do it with flare. Flares here. Boom, there it goes. And it's off. Homing in. Incoming. Incoming. Tell me someone saw that. Homing in. Incoming. Rock
is
it
under
on.
attack.
Boom, there it goes. And it's off and coming.
Radiant's bottom barracks are under attack.
Flares here. Do it with flare. Flares here. Rock it on. Homing out. Air. Rock it on. Homing in.
Dire's bottom
Flares
tower
here.
is under attack.
Homing in. Do it with flare.
Dire's structures are
Boom,
fortified.
there it goes. Incoming. And it's off. Boom, again. Boom, there it goes. Boom, there it goes. Homing in. And it's off. Rock it on. Do it with flare. And it's off. Boom, there it goes. Flares here. Homing in. Incoming. Do it with flare. Incoming.
Radiant's bottom
Rock it on.
barracks is fallen.
Boom, there it goes. Homing in. Flares here. And it's off. Long range. Rock it on.
Comes round
Do it with flare. Flares here. Boom, there it goes. Incoming. And it's off. Do it with flare. Rock it on. Boom, there it and it's off. Incoming. Flares here. Homing in. Incoming. Boom, there it goes. Rock it on. Flares here. Do it with flare. Homing in. And there it goes. And it's off. Homing in.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Where'd that come from, right? And it's off. Incoming. Flip is steel in your eye. Homing in. Do it with
Radiant's
flare.
middle barracks are under attack.
Rock it on. Incoming. Boom, there it goes. And it's off. Do it with flare. Flares here. Rock it on. Homing in. Flares here. Incoming. Do it with flare. Long range rampage. Boom, there it goes. Rock it on. And it's off. Homing in.
Illusion.
And it's off. Rock it on. Boom, there it goes. Incoming. Flares here. Do it with flare. Long range kill.
Radiant's
Homing
middle
in.
barracks are under attack.
Rock it on. Incoming. Homing in. Boom, there it
Radiant's middle
goes.
barracks has
Do
fallen.
it with flare. Flares here. And it's off.
Radiant's
And
top
it's off.
barracks has fallen.
Homing in. Do it with flare.
Lost my way between the worlds for a minute.
Radiant's
Incoming.
top barracks has fallen.
Rock it on. Boom, there it goes. Coming. And it's off. Homing in. Rock it on. Boom, there it goes. Flares here.
Dire's middle barracks
Do it with
has
flare.
fallen.
And it's off. Not this. Rock it on. Homing in. And it's off. Do it with flare. Homing in. Boom, there it goes. Rock it on. Do it with flare. And it's incoming. Flares here. Rock it on. Flares here. Incoming. You didn't see that?
Scanning.
Homing in. Boom, there it goes. Incoming. Rock it on. And it's off. Do it with flare.
Jax stuck.
Boom, tell me someone saw that. Flares here. Homing in. Incoming. Do it with flare. Rock it on. Flares here. And it's off. And it's off. Flares here. Do it with
Dire's
flare.
structures are fortified.
Homing in.
Dire's
Boom,
top tower
there it
is under
incoming.
attack.
And it's off.
Dire's top
flare.
tower
Rock
has
it
fallen.
on.
Dire's top barracks has fallen.
That, my friends, is why metal will never die. Boom! Derek, do it with flare.
Roshan has fallen to the down.
Immortality.
Homing in. And it's off. Flares here. Incoming. Incoming. Flares here. Boom! There it goes. And it's off. Homing in. Do it with flare. Rock it
We
on.
said things would catch up with me.
Homing in. Long range red. Boom! There it goes. Incoming. Flares here. And it's off. Do it with flare. Homing in. And it's off. Rock it on. Boom! There it goes. Incoming. Flare. Flares here. Do it with flare.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Incoming. Homing in. And it's off. Boom! There it goes. Shut your trap. And it's off. Homing in. Incoming. Rock it on. Boom! There it goes. Do it with flare. Flares here. Rock it on. Boom! There it goes. Homing in. Where'd that come from, right? Incoming! And it's off! Flares here! Do it with flare! And it's off! Do it with flare! Rock it on! Flares here! Incoming! Boom! There it goes! Homing in! Flares here! And it's off!
Ancient
And
is
it's off!
under attack.
Incoming! Homing in! Boom! There it goes! Rock it
Radiant's
on!
ancient is under attack.
Flares here! Do it with flare! Boom! There it goes! Flares here! Do it with flare! Incoming!
Radiant's ancient is under
Homing in!
attack.
Where you over? And it's off! Rock it on! Do it with flare! And it's off! Rock it on! Homing in! Incoming! Boom! Derek flares here! Incoming!
Radiant's ancient is
And
under
it's
attack.
up! Boom! There it goes! Homing in! Do it with flare! Rock it
Radiant's
on!
ancient is under attack.
Flares here! Flares here! Boom! There
Radiant
it
structures
goes!
are fortified.
Homing in!
Radiant's ancient
Polish
is
mine
under attack.
incoming! Do it with flare! And it's
Dire
off!
victory.